Hi, it's Jen with Cherry Tree Beads, and today I'm going to show you how to make this dyed amethyst point and apatite chip necklace. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is take our chain and we're going to want to cut it in half so that we can add the points into the center of the chain. So this is a 16-inch chain. Of course, if you would like your chain to be longer so that your necklace is longer, we have other options of the chain. But I didn't want mine too long, so I'm going to do the 16. So I'm just going to find the center of this and cut it. And then I'm just going to double check and make sure that it was indeed the center. Looks like I got one extra on this side, so I'm just going to clip it off so the sides are even. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach my stringing wire to one side of the chain. So I'm going to cut about 1 foot of stringing wire off, maybe 1.5 feet. I'll just cut that off. And then I'm going to take my crimp tube and I'm going to string my crimp tube onto my stringing wire. And then I'm going to take the end of my chain and string that through. And then I'm going to string this back through my crimp bead. Then I'm going to take my crimp tool and I'm going to put it in the piece that's closest to the joint. And I'm just going to close it till it's in a U shape. Then I'm going to turn it on its side and close it in the front part. Then I'm just going to put it on the little tip and just close it, make sure it's nice and tight. And then I'm going to go ahead and start with an apatite, and I'm planning on stringing 2 to 3 apatites and then a amethyst point bead. So there's 2 of those. And then I'm thinking with this, these are graduated, so I'm going to find the center, which is right here. And I was thinking that I would go, let's see, maybe to right about there. So I'm going to cut that off right there, and that off right there. And I'm just going to use these center pieces right here. I'm going to go ahead and string on this next one. And making sure that the string double goes through there. And then another 2 chips. And dyed amethyst point. And I'm just going to continue this pattern till I've got all my beads strung. So I actually don't think that I like the way that they are with the 2 spacers in there. I think it gives it a little bit more space than I want. So I think I'm just going to do the 2 on the end and then just try it using 1 bead between each one and see if I like that any better. Yes, I definitely like that better. So I'm going to continue with this with just the 1. And that's the fun thing about making jewelry, is that you Well, at least for me, a lot of times I have a plan and I start doing something and then I don't like how it's turning out. And it's fine because I can take it apart and I can redirect and I can do something different and make it something that I do like. All right, so now that I've got all my beads strung on there, the next thing that I'm gonna wanna do is to take my crimp tube and string it on there. And then I'm gonna string on the other end of this chain. And then I'm gonna string that back through the crimp tube. And through the chips and through that amethyst. And then I'm gonna pull everything so that it's nice and tight. And then I'm gonna take my crimp tool and I'm gonna crimp it on the first one closest to the joint. Then I'm gonna flip it and do it in the front. And then I'm just gonna lash it down again. And then I can cut off the excess wire. And then there's my necklace. And so then to cover up these crimp tubes, you can use crimp covers. So I've got these little crimp covers right here. I'm just gonna put that over the crimp bead or the crimp tube. And then once I have it over there, I'm gonna use my crimper tool to just bend it around and make it go together. And that just makes it look like there's a little bead there. And that's just a little nicer way to finish it off at the ends. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Just press it from all the different sides until it meets up how you want it to. And then that's it. And then you have your necklace completed. All the supplies can be found at cherrytreebeads.com. Thanks so much for watching.